Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today I have a special unboxing, something here coming in from DLT Trading. Let's take a look. Today I'm opening my box with my Spyderco Shaman, beautiful knife, red fat carbon scales on there. Love this in LMAX steel, a Blade Op exclusive. Let's see what we have in here. Make sure there's no receipts. Oh, there's one. Let's get that out. Alright, let's see. Get the box out of the way. We have a Spyderco. Let's see what this made in the USA. Alright, Manix 2 S110V. Let's take a look. Alright. I always like that Spyderco. You get the nice big stickers for the USA knives. Alright, so this is what it is. It's the Manix 2 and S110V. I always wanted to get one of these. Compare it wise, yeah, it's a little bit smaller, probably about the size of a Para 3, maybe paramilitary 3, Para 3 or paramilitary 2. I don't know, somewhere in there. But anyways, this is the supposed to be blue scales. Every time I look at these, they look purple to me. I don't know, maybe I don't know my colors, which is probably true, but they look purple to me. But I did order some replacement scales. These are G10, really rough texture, and so these will be a pocket clip eater, and I'm going to be getting another clip to replace that, of course. So, and it does have this, I don't know what you call this, a ball bearing lock or whatever, this special lock. There's a ball bearing in there. So, and it's got this back spacer with some nice jimping. Let's see, how is it centered? It's pretty centered, a little bit off. We could probably tighten that up and see how it goes. It's supposed to have T8s all around and a T10 right there. I'm not a big fan of Spyderco clips. I always don't like those, want deep carry, so I'm going to replace that. So let's give it a flick. All right. Okay. Well, that is pretty tight though, but the action's kind of nice. It's pretty smooth though. All right, so this ball right here is the spring is pretty tight. You can definitely tell that. Oops. Not quite drop shut ready yet, but I'm going to be replacing the spring and the ball bearing, and I'm going to get a titanium, something in here. That's what I'm looking for. If I find that, aluminum or something, but I want to do that. All right, the blade stock's not bad. Nice thin blade, very typical blade here, super sharp. So made in Golden, Colorado, but this is S110V. You see that? So that's supposed to be some incredible steel. It's supposed to retain that edge really nicely. So I'm really looking forward to that and seeing how that goes. Nice grip, okay. Definitely can choke up. Really nice as far as that's concerned. Spyderco is always great about that. I like that a lot. So this is going to be like a little project knife, I think, for sure. But you know, I wanted to try one of Spyderco's other steels, and they had an S110V, and this is a knife I've been very interested in a long time. Every time I saw this, it was always the XL, and I thought the XL would be way too big, and I no doubt it would be, because this one is a good size, still got lots of room. I mean, if you choke up position, it's too big, but in the regular position here, it's got a good size. I mean, I think my hands are medium to large. They're large width-wise, medium length-wise, so a large to extra large hands would absolutely have no problem. Even I'd say even a 2XL, if you don't mind being a little bit over. I think that would be nice and comfortable. I do like that. And the pocket clip's not great right there. I can't wait to replace that. And these blue, hint hint, not blue. This is purple. I cannot call this blue. That has got to be purple. Sorry. If my colors are off, then maybe I'm a little color mixed up, but that sure looks purple to me. Might have a hint of blue purple in there, but it's not straight up blue. Maybe it's a purple, I don't know. You got your lanyard, which is not always absolutely critical to me. Definitely see it's a nice thick piece of G10 there, all the way through. Let's see, we've got this nice lock enclosure. I believe this is the piece that helps hold the lock in place. I saw some unboxings of it. There's no spacer back there, but this lanyard hole, so that's a critical piece. You don't want to take that out. But we'll see what we can do about that, maybe get something else. I like the fact it's reversible, so it's left and right hand carry, so if you're a lefty, you could definitely have the option of making this a lefty. So that's cool, especially with this type of lock that you have here. This lock is pretty nice, so I like that. Now, getting into that lock is, you know, it's tight, and I guess it's got to break in or something, or the spring's got to break in, but that is certainly a tight lock for sure, yeah. I would definitely say that's a tight lock. That spring is aggressively strong, for sure. But it's smooth. Let's see here. Yeah, actually we're pretty centered. Looking at the blade edge, let's take a look at that. Oops, sorry, I hit the camera. So we got a not too thin edge there. That's actually pretty good on both sides. I'm kind of surprised, so that's nice. Super sharp, which I expect. I love that pointy tip. Very useful blade. You can see that. And of course the Spidey hole for the Spidey flick and everything. I mean, you can even open it with the Spidey opening, you know, how they say. But then you have this Manix ball lock. I guess is that what it's called, ball lock? I forget the name of it. Does it say on here? Well, maybe it says in the directions here. I'm kind of curious. I want to make sure I use the right name. You guys will probably already comment down below and help me, correct me, but let's see. Does it say on here? Let's see here. No, it doesn't. Oh, it's ball bearing lock. Okay, so it's ball bearing lock. That's what it's called. Okay, ball bearing lock. Very cool. I like that. That's kind of neat. Okay, it's breaking in much better. Yeah, it sure was tight when I first got it. It feels like the spring is working a little bit better now, so that's nice. But man, you see that G10, it's just going to shreds. It pulls skin right off and everything. But that's all right. I mean, if you don't want to lose your knife, I mean, this is good traction. So, but it's pretty cool. I do like that. It's a unique color. It is just so different. I don't know. All right, so let's get a nice up close look. We'll see that beautiful blue, hint, hint, or wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I mean? It looks more like purple or purple. We'll take a look at the back here. The clip and the deep, the lanyard hole, which I like. It's not been prioritized, so that's nice. And here's the back. It's got some nice jimping there for some good grip, especially when you open it up. You've got jimping here and here, so it's definitely good traction. And then you got jimping always underneath, which is always nice for that. You're not going to worry about your finger slipping. Let's take a look at the knife here and up close. Take a look at the blade. We got a little dust on there. We'll take a look at the other side. See the S110. So CPM S110. Now it's going to be more challenging to sharpen, but it's supposed to retain its edge really well. And here's the lock. So it's almost close to dropping. Let's see how it closes. I guess because this acts like a detent. Yep, so it locks it in place. So you can see that it goes around like this. Yeah, pretty good. You can see the thickness on that blade. It's not too terribly thick, but not too terribly thin. So definitely a slicer. I do like that. You can look at the inside here. So there's some weight relief with the steel liners for sure. You can see that. So this makes it certainly a little bit lighter. I like that. There's some chamfering around the edges, which is always nice. You see that? So it's not super sharp, which sometimes it can be. It's always nice to soften those edges out so it doesn't dig in and cut into your hands. I like the screws, and especially the fact that all the scale screws are recessed. That's really cool. I do like that. It's not on, of course, on the clip, but that's all right. We can deal with that. Would be nice though. I like the edge. I always like their satin finish. I think it's a pretty decent job, right? Yeah, that's really nice. Okay, so what do I think about it? Yeah, it's kind of nice. First good impression. Definitely say this is a little bit better than what I expected. I was worried I was going to get this and absolutely hate it, but I don't. I like it. Especially an S110V. That's a nice steel to get. And it's also a nice knife to mod because it's been around forever. And I know there's a lot of opportunities out there for it, like there is on the Para 3 and the Paramilitary 2. And my Shaman and my Smock. So, very cool. Man, it's really smooth. One of the smoother actions I've had of all my other Spydercos. Let me feel that compared next to the Shaman. Now this is a compression lock, and this is also much, much thicker blade stock. You can see that right there. Definitely much thicker blade stock. So it has a more weight to dropping. Yeah, I think the weight really adds to the drop over there. And this one, yeah, maybe it needs to wear in a little bit and maybe get a little oil, but we'll carry it a little bit, and then hopefully when we get some of the parts that I want to put on this thing, we'll upgrade it and change it out, just like every other Spyderco user does, really. See what's left of the Spyderco knife when we're all said and done. probably just a blade, which is kind of funny. But we'll see. Oh, and it does have some nice jimping here in the reverse. So I guess if you had to do like a reverse clip, like if you're cutting something with your backhand or something, you need it to. And also back here, it's not going to slip out of your hand. So that's kind of cool. Always like a little extra jimping. It's not super aggressive. It's not going to dig into you and cut you. So that's good. And the jimping here is really nice. That's really tactically, I don't know what tactical, but it's really practical. It's practical. Practical for a really good grip, good presentation, and good use. So it's definitely going to be a nice hard use knife as far as that's concerned. I've always found that my Spydercos are always great knives just to be hard use. So I think that's really cool. All right, so very good. Very good. Well, there you go. There is the Spyderco Manix 2 in S110V. That's crucible metal. Beautiful little knife, I think. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a little fun with this and see what we can do with it and how it goes. Can't wait till it breaks in and it's a little smoother. So we'll do that. And I like that. I like that. Good first impression. Kind of interesting knife. Everything I like about it. It's steel liners, G10 scale, great steel, interesting lock. That's what do they call it? I've just missed it. It was called the official name is the ball bearing lock. Ball bearing lock. So there's a ball bearing in here. That's like, I don't know if you can see that if we get in. There's a ball bearing right in there in between these two parts. Then there's a pin. Now this is a plastic piece and I've heard these break. That's why I wanted to get something metal. But the ball bearing's in there and it rides back and forth. And I think it rides on the inside and then it rides on the blade over here. And that's what it goes over. So like you can see right there, there's the blade. I don't know if you can see that. It's going back and forth right there. And that ball bearing is going to roll right on top. It's going to lock the blade in place. And when you release it, it's going to come down here. So I don't know if you can see that little part right down there. It's kind of a cavity in there. When it closes, that's what that ball bearing is going to lock into, like that. And that kind of acts like a detent because it's not fully locked in there. It's just, it's got a little ramp. It's got to come over, kind of like a detent, if you will. It really is like a detent into like a detent hole, except it's not a hole. It's just a channel. And it's just two-dimensional, except for maybe three-dimensional, where the other one moves in a circular angle. This goes directly back and forth like that. So, I mean, it still goes circular if you consider it going on the outside, but it's a different circular, right? The path is linear. The depth and the height is circular. That's cool, yeah. Not quite drop shutty yet, but, you know, maybe we'll put a little oil and we'll try it and see what happens. I may take it apart. I may polish up the washers. I like to do that in Spydercos. I like to get my leather strap and polish them. Sometimes they're not perfectly smooth. There's a little grit on there. That may help, but I don't know if I want to do that until I have the other things that I want to do with this. And then I definitely want to replace that clip. I'm not a fan of that clip, so we'll see what clip we can put on there for sure. But very cool. I do like that. So yeah, there it is. Spyderco Manix 2. Very good. Hey, if you have any questions about this unboxing, anything you wanted me to do while I was unboxing it, any questions you might want to have about the knife or the channel, please feel free to comment down below. I do try to read all my comments and I do try to reply. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, would you consider hitting the like button down below? And if you liked the video, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button also down below. Subscribing and liking the video really helps out the channel and allows me to do more things and grow and more things for you guys. And also, if you liked all of that, maybe hit that notification button down there so you can be notified of future content when it drops. And if you've done all that, then maybe check me out over on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. That's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Hey, thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.